Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Jan the Knicks fan, and this is the Knicks Cave. Yo, let's talk about Julius Randle. Last year, we was like, we got to get rid of this guy. You know what I'm saying? Not even last year, this year, because 2021 is 2 more days. And Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Another thing, as I say, this is the Knicks Cave, my first video. So hit subscribe and smash up the likes, please. Well, let's get into the video. Julius Randle, what? 28 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Yo, he's starting to do this thing. When we first signed Julius Randle, I was like, yeah, we got a nice player. I was hyped. I'm gonna be honest. I was hyped because it was a long time we had got a player of Julius Randle's stature, and that's kind of funny when I say that because Julius Randle is a mid-level player. He's not like a superstar, but he does produce. And he was with the Pelicans. He was producing. Coming off the bench, he was doing his thing. And when he came to the team, I was like, yo, we got a real good player. But then he started playing. He thought he was a point guard. He come up the middle, dribbling, spinning into double teams, still trying to take the shot. I was like, what the hell is this? I ain't going to say the rest. But this year, he's doing the same thing, but he's passing out of them double teams. And that's what I like. He's passing out. Like last year, I just thought he ain't like RJ or something because RJ used to be open and he was spinning to a double team and don't even pass the ball. And to be honest with you, I thought Peyton didn't even like RJ because RJ would be open and Peyton come down, he wouldn't pass the ball. But this year, they're playing as a team. I mean, like, I think Peyton had like 14 points, 7 assists. RJ had like, 12 points, 7 assists. And that means they was working together. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because that first game in Indiana, a lot of people was like, yo, let's just get rid of Elton Payton. Let's get rid of him. Matter of fact, not the first game in Indiana. It was in preseason. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like I said, this is my first video, and I'm a little nervous, and I'm mixing up my facts. But like I said, if you come back and you watch and you stay with me, it's only going to get better. Because we all Knicks fans, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about being a Knicks fan, and you have to deal with a lot of disrespect, especially in your family. Family members are the worst. You know, I can deal with my friends because I ain't got to see you when I go home. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I go to a party or, you know, Christmas, anything, New Year's, and I run into my nephews. And they first thing they say, hey, what's up, Unc? You still following them bum-ass Knicks? And I'll be mad. I'm not going to lie, but they my nephews. I be wanting to pop upside their head, but they not 15, 16 anymore. They grown men. So I just laugh it off. And I just say, yeah, y'all not real New Yorkers. And the funny thing, they all moved out to Georgia. But I said that because y'all run with other teams. And that's why I understand. You live in New York, but you run with another team. Does that mean you just be jock riding? Now, I'm not going to say I don't have a favorite player because I do have a favorite player. And I usually have his jersey on the wall, and I don't today. But that is LeBron James. Yep, just like my Knicks hate it, LeBron James is hated. But he is a good player. Like, people ask me who's my favorite Knicks player. I tell them right now, Allen Houston is my favorite Knicks player. But when it comes to the team, I really don't care who's on the team because I'm a Knicks fan. We've been having Joe the Plumbers for the last 8-9 years, other than Carmelo Anthony, KP. And I had liked KP in the beginning, but by the second year, I really wasn't sold on him. I see that he wasn't a Batman. He's not even a Robin, to be honest with you. He's more like a Batgirl. And I ain't trying to say, like, you know, here, you know, I ain't call him a woman. I'm just saying he's a third stringer. He's a third star. Now, if you get 2 stars and you put Porzingis there, yeah, you might have something. And I was kind of glad when we got rid of Porzingis because I always had one of Dennis Smith Jr. Like, that year of the draft, I used to go on YouTube. I used to watch his highlights. I went and watched some of his games. And I used to be like, yo, we got to get this guy. And when we got him, it was like, be careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't turned out the way I thought. But at the same time, and I know a lot of people ain't going to believe me when I say this, like, it came halfway. Because I did want to get rid of KP. And then when I used to say that to people, they said, oh, he's the best player on the team. He's not. But I used to tell them, like, KP is Jeremy Lin to me. And I know a lot of people going to give me a little something about Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin was good, but he just he wasn't a Knickerbocker. He wasn't one of them people or players that could say, I can take a team and I'm going to stay with this team. When it came to playoffs, he barely was hurt. He wouldn't play. You know what I'm saying? The first chance he got, you see what he bolted. So I don't understand why people have so much loyalty to Jeremy Lin about being the Knick. I mean, he put up some good games, and a lot of people don't realize that because the real reason he put up games like that because people ain't expect it, and a lot of the defense went towards Carmelo Anthony. But let's get back to today's Knicks. Julius Randle. Yo, he's doing everything I hope he do right now. He's passing the ball. He's shooting very well. He's making 3-point shots. And although he was bad last year, he was our best player. So I'm going to give big up to Leon Rose because they went out and got a group of guys. They're not stars, but they're like blue-collar guys. Because I kept saying to myself, damn, imagine if Burke was playing. Or even Quickly. Like, I really don't want to say Quickly because we only seen small portions of him. But we seen what Burke been doing the last few games. Coming off the bench, we haven't had a player like that since. I can give it to J.R. Smith a little. But Burke is doing his thing. And I'm glad that we signed him. And we're going to get back, it was a really good game. It got a little scary. But then, guess what? We have a coach. And I don't mean to diss Fizdale because I like Fizdale personally, but Fizdale was one of them coaches that wanted to be a parent, wanted to be like a parent that wanted to be the child's friend. He didn't hold too many players accountable for their actions. And you can see that on the court. Players basically did what they want because they knew, I'm still going to have my minutes. Tibbs is holding people accountable. And that's what I like. He calls timeouts when we're ahead. Not ahead by 2 points and the team maybe when we like 10, 12, 15 points. He sees something he don't like, he immediately call a timeout. He call the guys together. I don't know what they're saying because I'm not in the huddle, but I'm pretty sure. He's like, yo, do y'all want to be the same team y'all was last year? Y'all falling down that same path. Let's get back to doing what we was doing. They can't stop you. Julius Randle is proven to be a really good player, and if he keep this up, I think he'll be an all-star. And a lot of people saying that he's just trade bait, and that could be. But just think about it. If all the guys, because look at, like I said, R.J. Barrett 12 points, Peyton 14 points. Let's not even talk about the game before. Yeah, the game before Peyton went crazy. They had like 27 points. Nobody expected that from Peyton, but he did it. And I'm starting to have a little more respect for him because he was one of them guys I did want to get rid of. But I'm liking what I see. There's only 4 games in, and the Knicks is a 500 basketball club, LOL. And we're 6 in the Eastern Conference. Think about it. We're number 6. And I mean, like I said, there's only 4 games, but the Knicks is looking like one of them teams that if they get up on you, it's going to be hard to come back. Even if you make that run, it's going to be hard to take the lead and keep it. Because when you make that run now, you're exhausted, and then they're going to do their push. And that's what I'm seeing out of them. Like in Indiana, I give them leeway because that was game 1. That was the first game they was playing with each other, really getting to see what each other can do and start building that bond. Game 2, they was playing a very, very good team. You know what I'm saying? People got Philadelphia going high. But not as high. They had the Milwaukee Bucks. And I was shocked and delighted. And I was happy. I didn't never think the Knicks would be raining threes like everybody was Reggie Miller. But it's like they passed the ball to Bullock, 3. They passed the ball to Peyton, 3. Everybody except RJ Barrett. And that, I was really having high hopes from game 1 when RJ came out and made them first 3-pointers. And ever since then, he haven't hit a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think like in the second half, he was like 3 for 11. That's all games included. But he goes to the basket, and that's what I like about RJ too. He got the desire, the drive. He want to be great. And when he goes to the basket, that little stutter step pull back, it's hard to defend. And especially when he's playing against point guards like Garland and Saxon. And I ain't gonna lie, Saxon's a player I wanted for the Knicks as well. But they're too small. And when he do that, he goes over them. all I'm gonna say, I have high hopes for the Knicks this year. I'm not gonna say like championship, but to be honest with you, beginning of every season, I think championship. And I'm coming down to earth more and more. But I really do think we're gonna go to the playoffs. I really do think we're gonna have Randolph in the All-Star. We might have more than one player. Kevin Knox's game wasn't like the other games, but I'm really seeing improvement in Kevin Knox as well. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from Kevin. And if you give Kevin Knox the shot, especially in rhythm, he's going to make it. And if you pass it to him, he's going to involve himself. Kevin Knox is one of them dudes that when you get in the park, and if he don't get the ball on the third time y'all come up and down the court, he don't want to play. And I hate players like that. You know what I'm saying? He sits on the side. He brutal. Like, yo, this is a team sport. We came here to win. So let's win. And I see the Knicks winning more games than last year. I see the Knicks in the playoffs. You know, I'm not a psychic, but I'm feeling different vibes. I'm seeing different things. We have different players. We have players that fit the position that they fit. And I'm liking it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that y'all liking it because we are all New York Knicks fans. And again, I want to say this is my first video. I hope y'all subscribe and smash the likes. No, it's not over. I just wanted to let y'all know this is my first video. I know everything ain't going to be perfect. But let's get back to talking about our Knicks. And I'm liking the team. Leon Rose came in. He brung in some guys that know what they're doing. You know, our assistant coaches, I think one we could call him KP, Kenny Payne. He's from Kentucky. We got a lot of guys from Kentucky, but you can see that he's also meshing well with the other players too because we're clicking. I mean, we're actually clicking. The Knicks are clicking. But yeah, we're doing our thing, and I'm liking what I see so far. I know it's only 4 games, and I know all the Knicks haters, especially, you know, my family members, they're going to let me know that it's only 4 games. It's only 4 games, especially once I post this video. Probably hit the comment. But I'm saying the Knicks is a 500 club. We haven't really looked like a team in a long time. And I think if Tibbs keep the guys doing what they do and believing in his system, we have a really, really good team. And to be honest with you, like I said, the Knicks is going to be one of them teams that if you come in and you sleep, you will get beat. I'm telling you right now, Burke is shooting like, you know, and Burke has always been a good shooter. Bullock, last year I was like, he's a good shooter, but he didn't do what I thought he would do last year. This year, he's taking the shot. But the most surprising thing is Frank Ntilikina. He's making shots. I mean, he's still hesitant in taking shots, but he's making shots. And his decision, I mean, I think we should push Frank into a shooting guard and let him play shooting guard, especially when Austin Rivers come back and we have quickly. Because I think when Peyton gets tired, I think Thibodeau was going to run more with Peyton, especially after the last outing. And although I really think Quigley should start, and then the first point guard, I haven't seen Austin Rivers play yet, but I always thought he should have been the first point guard off the bench because I think he would have been better and good. But now I'm thinking like you can experiment with Quigley coming off the bench and Austin Rivers being that shooting guard because he's a really good shooter. He can create for his own, and that's a good look because now you have Quigley, you have Austin Rivers, and you can even throw Burke or you can throw a Bullock for the small forward. And them are real good 3 shooters off the bench. Now, just imagine when we come in and our starters is just doing what they're supposed to do and they're putting the team away. Then the bench come in and we got 3 good, sharp shooters. You know what I'm saying? Sharp shooters and one guy who can float the ball like Mary Poppins floating with her umbrella down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know why I said it. But anyway, the Knicks is looking very good and interesting and intriguing. And we will be beating a lot of teams that a lot of people don't think we will beat. And I think by mid-January, a lot of people going to be talking about the Knicks. Yo, and to be honest with you, I really can't wait to hear what Stephen A. got to say. And I'm hoping the Knicks is doing their things. Oh, and Max Keller. You know, Oh, but I know I shouldn't be mentioning y'all names, but I watch y'all show and I like y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. But when y'all talk about my Knicks, y'all just want to, because I'm a Knicks fan. And I told y'all, and I tell everybody, I'm a Knicks fan. I got a son. I try to make him be a Knicks fan. That's why I said make. I ain't gonna say let. I said make. The punk turned out to be a Lakers fan, and this was before LeBron James, so I have to give him respect because he's a Kobe Bryant fan. So, all I'm saying to you is stay tuned to the Knicks, stay tuned to the Knicks cave, and whether win or lose, the Knicks is the team I choose. Until the next video, I'm going to say stay safe, stay healthy, and peace.